Your thyroid, metabolism, and energy. What should you know about them? Welcome to Be Fab, Be You Made Simple, your daily dose of inspiration designed to help you reinvent yourself by optimizing your body and mind. I am Maria Horstman, a health editor and coach, a fitness trainer, a speaker, and an entrepreneur, founder of BeFabBeYou.com. Our episodes are short and will bring you valuable content and practical nuggets for optimal health and fitness that you can implement ASAP. Let's get you to feel fabulous every day. Are you ready? Check out the show notes to 1, schedule a free call with me to discuss a plan to take your health to the next level. 2, submit a question to be featured in our Ask Me Anything episodes on Sundays. Connect with me on social media and much more. Hit the subscribe button, and if you like what you hear, share with your friends and leave it a rating. Your thyroid, metabolism, and energy. What should you know? I speak about energy and what and how it is affected often. And that's because to me, energy and health are the same. So I want you to answer a few questions for both of us. Do you feel healthy when you feel energized? Do you feel healthy when you feel sluggish? Do you feel healthy and energized when you ... fill in the blanks, like eat X, drink X, do X activities, that type of stuff? Do you feel sluggish and drained when you ... fill in the blanks again, when you eat X, drink X, do X activities, and so on? If you have not taken the time recently or ever to take inventory of these things and write down this kind of observations, I highly encourage you to grab your wellness journal and write the answers right now. Do it now, not later. And that is because you know well enough that it's very unlikely you will get back to this podcast episode to do it. Don't you think you deserve 2 to 5 minutes to do the self-assessment? I do believe you do deserve it. Do it for your own sake. Okay, so now that you've answered these questions, you may agree with me that the words energy and health can be used interchangeably, don't you? In today's episode, I will talk about the thyroid gland. The information here will start shedding some light into how it is related to your metabolism and fat loss. According to the American Thyroid Association, it is estimated that 20 million Americans, mostly women, have a thyroid disorder. However, roughly 60% of them don't know it. It's incredible. Women are up to 8 times more likely than men to have a thyroid disorder. Women are often accused of being hypochondriac. That's often because they know their bodies aren't working well. They're talking about the problems. They have been searching for the answers, and they have not got the right answers yet. To all the awesome men listening, do your best to support the women in your life. They are not crazy. Now, if the women are complaining without looking for solutions beyond the traditional medical system, which often prescribes medications with synthetic hormones that will work as a Band-Aid only, help her by doing some research, listening to her, have a conversation, try to understand what she's going through, and even suggesting her to schedule a call with Coach Maria here. I will help her uncover this dilemma. So back to the thyroid. So the thyroid is a butterfly-shaped gland that sits at the base of the neck. It sets the metabolic rate for every cell in the body. Yes, you heard me right. Every cell in the body. It is responsible for producing a few hormones, including T4 and T3. T4 is more of a storage hormone that gets converted to T3. T3 is the active hormone and is the one that increases the metabolism and the body temperature. It also helps with brain function, digestion, heart health, and even maintain muscle control. This guy or gal does a lot for us. We must take care of it. So when the hypothalamus located in the brain senses that either one of these hormones is low, meaning T3 or T4, it tells the pituitary gland, also located in the brain, to produce and release TSH, or thyroid stimulating hormone. You probably have heard about it. Basically, the pituitary acts as the thyroid gland to make T4 and T3. When the brain senses that there is not enough of the active hormone T3, the pituitary tells the thyroid gland to produce more T4, the inactive one. The body must convert T4 into T3 in order to use it. If there are problems and inefficiencies during this conversion problem from T4 to T3, a person will experience symptoms of hypothyroidism. I will talk more about it in a minute. So most traditional healthcare professionals look at one thyroid marker to assess the health of the thyroid, and that marker is the TSH. Unfortunately, this is not enough, especially if you are experiencing some of the symptoms that I'm about to discuss. I will help you understand why it is important to run a complete thyroid panel and when, especially if you're experiencing the hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism. So hypothyroidism is an underactive thyroid and occurs when the body is low in the T3 and T4, or when there are problems with the conversion from T4 to T3. So common symptoms of hypothyroidism are depression, fatigue, brain fog, difficulty losing weight, weight gain, sensitivity to cold, constipation, muscle weaknesses, and even poor libido. Now, hyperthyroidism is an overactive thyroid and occurs when the thyroid produces too much T4. The common symptoms are difficulty sleeping, fast or irregular heartbeat, unintentional weight loss, and that is due to the high metabolism. Person is sensitive to heat, feel moody, anxious, irritable, feels fatigued, and muscle weakness as well, similar to the hypo, but is due to the overactivity versus underactivity of the thyroid. Holy moly, right? I hope this is starting to shed some light as far as why knowing more beyond your TSH. Spoiler alert. Knowing the levels of your TSH, T4, and T3 aren't the only ones to shed the light into your health of your thyroid and metabolism. We are able to do a full thyroid panel and learn about free T4, free T3, thyroid antibodies, reverse T3, and a few other hormones. I'm not going to dive into any of them right now, but I wanted you to be aware that there is more to know and more to learn. When I perform a complete functional blood chemistry analysis for my clients, I get into the details of these markers and give us a pretty good understanding of what's going on. I don't recommend to run a full panel for everybody, but if a person is experiencing symptoms that I mentioned earlier, I do. And no, you do not need a doctor to get these labs done. or, prescribed, I can tell you where to get them, how to do them, just like I do for myself. So what happens when finances get in the way of ordering the labs? Whether funds are or not available, there is one thing that you can do at super low cost without doctor's approval and prescriptions. Do you know what it is? Yes, yes, yes. Do I hear yes? The answer is coming to you next time we talk. Considering the percentage of cases unattended and undiagnosed, the word is out that it has become an epidemic. What I mean is a thyroid dysfunction epidemic. And often, when attended, ineffective medications are prescribed to patch the symptoms instead of doing a complete history and to uncover the root cause of the problem in order to then be addressed. This must change, and that's why I'm bringing this to your attention. I'm not here to diagnose or treat diseases. I'm a holistic health editor and nutrition endocrinology practitioner. I educate to empower you to take natural approaches to healing. I help you identify the root cause of the health imbalances and customize a plan that meets your needs. If this sounds good to you, when you're ready to put a plan together, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to work with you. Let's fix something that it's in your power to do it. You can do this. Book a complimentary call. That's the first step. To do that, go to bfabbu.com/energy-audit or go to the show notes and get the link there too. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. For listening to the BFABU Made Simple podcast. Can you do me a favor? If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend and leave it a rating. It helps the podcast and I really appreciate it. If you're wondering where to start, head over to my website, linked in the show notes, to sign up to receive encouragement, tips, and strategies to maximize results. While you're there, download a free health guide to get you started today. If you're looking for a coach and trainer to help you optimize your weight, body, and health, get on my calendar. Let's discuss your goals, establish a custom plan, implement it, and celebrate your results. Together, we can do this. Find the link to schedule a free energy audit strategy session also in the show notes. Connect with me on social media. I would love for you to let me know that you're listening to the show. Also, see the show notes for the links. In addition to a qualified healthcare practitioner, it's important that you have someone in your corner who is in for you and will help you to plan and stay on track implementing your goals. Are you ready? Let's rock and roll this boat. I will see you on the next episode of BFABU Made Simple. Just a reminder that this podcast is for educational purposes only. This podcast is not a substitute for health care by a doctor or other qualified medical professionals. This podcast is provided on the understanding that it does not constitute medical or other professional advice or services.